AI is never going to replace software engineers or similar tech roles, even knowing that everyone is panicking because they believe that suddenly an AI could take their jobs away. Let me show you why it is almost impossible for an AI to take away your job if you are an engineer in tech. Let's take software engineering as our example. We know that AI is truly capable of writing repetitive code and also creating predictable solutions. But for example, in this case, let me say to you that true software engineering isn't just about writing Python functions, for example. It goes far beyond. It is about business context, understanding the customers, the markets, understanding your budget, understanding company constraints, compliances with the governments. When you really go deep into engineering, you are literally dealing with things, with technical decisions, organizational decisions, and product decisions that could destroy entire organizations or make them to succeed. And I could mention millions of another things, because when you are doing real engineering, you are dealing with situations, with decisions, with knowledge that not AI can take care of, because an AI cannot be with your customers, cannot take companies' decisions. It has not knowledge about how much budget you have, what are the regulations, what are the things that you really need. It doesn't understand the business context, cannot understand what is the best solution for a real big problem. It is not perfect, because in software engineering and in engineering in general, there are millions of different variables that are going to affect the results of your job. An example, if you are a software engineer, currently you couldn't prompt an entire banking system, because there are millions of different compliances and variables that you need to take care of there. You still need technical knowledge, business knowledge to make something like that to work, and to avoid going bankrupt or to jail for a bad decision or for lack of engineering and organizational knowledge. In summary, all the hard problems that you face in real-life software engineering still are there, and AI isn't solving them for you entirely. Still, we need to deal with large-scale architectures, distributed systems, low-level complexity, computational resources, concurrency, resources management, debugging, production incidents, true engineering complexity and technical complexity, and real business problems and needs. Because really, software engineering goes far beyond landing pages or CRUD apps or just coding. We are talking about that software engineering controls the entire global economy, supply chains, markets, healthcare, logistics, etc., etc. And entire organizations depends on it. And you, as software engineer and businessman, cannot handle all this complexity with just a couple of prompts for the AI. Because here, you are really dealing with things that can fail, and a bad technical decision or inefficiency in your system and decisions, a failure or bad business decision can make you and your company to waste millions of dollars. But if you know how to do the things in the right way, you can turn your idea and your company into the next biggest SaaS in the world. And the tech world, the engineering world, the business world, the people's needs and the problems keep evolving and becoming harder and harder to satisfy and solve. And only the humans can have the creativity, the adaptation capacity, the knowledge and the context to keep growing, adapting, and making the world a far better place. And being honest, we literally will need a god-level AI in order to handle all this complexity and real-life stuff. And that level of AI is still far away from our current capabilities. AI is one of the biggest leverage we ever had, but still it cannot replace our engineering judgment, business knowledge and context, and real-life complexity. That if you are just getting started in these fields, trust me, really, real-life engineering is far more than you think and far more complex that you can imagine. So use it in a responsible way as a great leverage, but never forget to keep evolving, to keep learning, because it is going to allow you to build even more incredible things. But without the knowledge, it is like building a castle over sand. Subscribe to this channel if you want to know more about real software engineering.